everybody. For my project, I decided to analyze Lincoln Park's shadow of the day. Okay, you'll see here the clock says 11:55 p.m. That's significant because at the time this video was made in 2007, 11:55 p.m. was considered the doomsday clock time. Okay, and now here you'll see he's watching the news. It seems to be a news report showing mass rioting in the streets. It's really hard to read it, but down here you can see that the caption is martial law imposed. Obviously it suggests that the rioting is a result of some catastrophic event, which we don't know what that is right yet. Okay, now here you'll see a painting of a burdened, weary man carrying some sort of monster. We have no idea what the upper portion is, but clearly this is symbolic because the man is bearing the burden, but again, like the newscast, we have no idea why. Okay, now here he's washing his face. This could be symbolic for washing away impurities or cleansing himself of the chaos that's going on outside of his apartment. Okay, now here we see him lacing up his combat boots. It's clear he's getting ready to go somewhere, and the combat boots could be a symbol or some sort of a sign that he's preparing to walk through a messy situation, or like he's getting ready to walk into war. Okay, now I'd like to point out that he's left his house and he's stepped into the mass chaos. The significant piece of this part is that both the rioters and the soldiers are dressed in black. While they're on opposing sides, it could mean that they have a similarity of some sort. Okay, now here you'll see there's a crack in the glass. The camera shows the street view through a window. This could mean many things. Looking through a window to watch the carnage could signify the watcher as being a viewer, but not participating in the chaos. The crack could signify that even while the watcher is not participating in the catastrophic event, they're still affected. Okay, now here you're going to see the soldiers marching through the streets in an organized fashion, which is dissonant from the rioters who are largely disorganized. Okay, now I'm going to take a moment to point out that while everybody else is wearing pretty much all black, Chester is wearing black with a black and white t-shirt underneath. His differentness is obvious by his clothing. He's wearing a t-shirt under his hoodie that's black with white stripes. It signifies that he's neither a soldier nor a rider. Okay, now I'd like to point out that as a rider throws a bomb at a car and it incites a swelling riot. This suggests a worsening of the catastrophic event, perhaps even a secondary catastrophe. And as you'll notice, Chester just walked away from the events completely undisturbed. If I were assuming this song were about divorce or the ending of a relationship, then I would think this signifies him walking away with his hands clean or walking away without doing any damage. Okay, now here you'll see that he's basically standing in the center of the conflict but is unaffected, which suggests that whatever this catastrophic event was, he will not be drawn into it or brought down by it. The chaos around him could be seen as noise in the sense of communication, a conversation he's refusing to be a part of, fighting he's in the middle of but he refuses to engage in. There are several possible meanings for his immobility. Okay, now here you'll see the fires swelling behind him. While this appears to be close, he appears like he's really close to being in danger, but he's not part of it. But then he turns to face the fire. Okay, well, he turned to face the fire, which could signify him turning towards the conflict or engaging in the conversation. And that's pretty much the end of the video. One thing I do want to mention, though, is that and one of the really notable artifacts of this video is the use of color. Aside from the flames and the gunshot, the world in this video is pretty much devoid of color, and this signifies that the chaos is absolute and has pushed normalcy aside. The artistic proofs used in this video, they're sort of confusing to me, but I think ethos is used because the soldiers signify good and the riders signify bad. And Chester's ethics are also a focal point, as he does not engage in the riding, nor does he engage in the peacekeeping. He's just kind of neutral. One could also argue that pathos was used, as the riding is an upsetting scene. The exigence. Well, I initially thought this video was based on some type of political message. I think it's about Chester Bennington's divorce. He divorced in 2005, which is only 2 years before this video was released. I couldn't find any information that confirmed this theory, but a lot of symbolism in this video makes me think that the riding and the unrest in the video before he walks out of the frame seems similar to the fights of an unhappy couple before one of them decides to walk away from the fighting. Thank you.